Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the Mindset Mentor podcast with Anosong. Now, the Mindset Mentor podcast is basically an instrument to help you redirect your thought process from a negative one to a positive one. It's basically a shift, an instrument that helps you make that very little shift that will make, a great statement in your life. Now, it is true that you are a sum total of the way you think. You are not going to be someone who thinks in a certain manner and see a certain result. You must see the same result as the way that you think. And this is why this is here. Without much ado, I'm going to go straight into the topic that brought us here today. And the topic is how to open up to new possibilities. The reason is because a lot of us have crystallized ourselves, like we are so um, locked up that we can no longer open ourselves to new opportunities because of the experiences that we have encountered in life. But it's important to understand that those who, improve with age, embrace the power of personal growth and personal, achievement. They begin to replace, youth with wisdom, innocence with understanding, and gross lack of purpose with self-actualization. Now, as you grow, it is expected that you're able to replace certain, vices in your life with virtues because of age. Okay, so I have, I think, 5 or 6 points here on how we can, open ourselves up to new opportunities. So, first of all, I like to say to be able to open yourself up to new opportunities, you want to understand that you're human and every human is connected to a root. What is your root? What is your belief system? Now, if you are Christian or you are Muslim or you are Hindu or whatever you choose to believe in, it's okay. You must understand that the first place to be and to find your purpose in life very well is to be connected to the source. For me, I am Christian. I try as much as I can to connect to my source. And for me as an individual, my own very source is Jesus Christ. You connect yourself to your source and be sure that you have a power that is above you that can help you and propel you to get to where you want to be. So we are going to go after now to the other areas where we have to, deal with to be able to open up to new opportunities. Now, it's important to understand that to open up to new opportunities, you must first of all challenge your belief system. You must be able to challenge what you can and what you cannot do. Remember, you are human, and because you're human, you are bound to go through certain experiences in life, experiences that others have gone through, even in very, very difficult ways as well. So do not hold yourself responsible and do not tie yourself up and think that because you went through that trajectory and things did not go well, it means it's never going to go well. It's important for you to know that we come from different communities with different belief systems and with different family backgrounds. There are times where I've come across people who said, nobody graduated from my family, so I don't think I should even try to go to school because it might not work. I've seen testimonies where people say, no one has ever driven a car in my family, so I don't even have to think about buying a car. Boom, and something happens. So you need to challenge yourself out of that belief system, that stereotype belief system where people tell you what you should, what you should not. Traditional belief system. You need to be able to be in a place where you're ready to break out, you're ready to try new things, you're ready to explore, you're ready to go out there in the world and see what awaits you on the other side of the wall. Now, this belief system of what you can and what you cannot do, it's something that is in your head as an individual. And you have people around you who will fuel that belief system and tell you the things that you can do, the things that have gone well for other members of your family, and may not likely go well with you. You need to follow that trajectory for things to go well with you. If you're one who is crystallized, your thought process is crystallized, you believe in everything that you hear, this will work and that cannot work, then you will never be able to open up to new opportunities. Open yourself up to get new opportunities, meet new people, speak to new people, try new things. You need to do that because it's important for you to understand that this life that you're living now, it's not a rehearsal ground. You are not living it to go and live it elsewhere. You're living it. Today is a day that you will never get again in your life. So, what is wrong with trying new things and opening yourself up, irrespective of the experiences you've had in the past? A lot of people have locked up themselves. They can't try things anymore because they've had bad experiences in the past. Now, those experiences were there to teach you, to let you know the way not to go anymore. That does not mean the ways are all closed. You cannot try what you have always wanted to try again in your life. So it's important to open up yourself. Another way is to look for opportunities in very difficult situations. That is number two. Look for opportunities in very difficult situations. Now, sometimes we come across very, very difficult situations in our life, but we forget that God is sometimes blessing us in disguise. You may never ever be able to tell that the reason why you're going through what you're going is because there is a silver lining at the end of the tunnel. There's no difficult situation in this world that does not have something glorious inside it that is buried beneath that difficult situation. So when you begin to face difficulties, it may be in your place of work, it may be with your relationship, with your husband, with your friends, with families. You want to remember that there's something that awaits you at the end of that situation, because there are very, very beautiful things that are buried beneath the deepest part of difficulties in life. These difficulties are there to help straighten us, are there to help test us, to help us understand the kind of strength that is embedded in us, to help us, dig dig for gold very vigorously, because God already knows that the goal is planted beneath that difficulty and God wants you to get it at that time. Now, when you begin to face challenges in life, it's not a time where you run up and down and cry all over the place. Sit down for a while, think about it. Why is this happening? Is there something I can get out of this? It might not be in a material form. How about something that will place value on the table that is going to help me for the rest of my life? Sometimes we get this during difficult situations. I know times in my life where I have cried so much because I thought that it was the worst times in my life. But then again, at the end of it, I just found out that God just used that situation to bless me. And this is not the first time you're hearing this. There are so many different people who are going through very difficult times right now. Even as I speak to you, they don't know what to do, the next step to take, how to deal with it. I am here today to let you understand that there's something that is buried beneath that difficult situation that has a very great value, that is going to open you up to a new route of possibilities in your life. You want to look at it very well again and evaluate and reevaluate it and understand that there is gold under that difficulty. Now, to open up to new opportunities, you need to understand that the difficulties will always be there. These things come together, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You want to sit back and evaluate and see how you can shift the value out of the chaff. This is why we get difficult times in life. Another way to, open up to new opportunities in our lives is to remove that thing that doesn't bring value to you. Now, everyone is responsible for themselves, and I want to believe that we all have that situation in our lives where we hang on to things that do not bring us value. There are situations you hang on to, it brings you confusion, it brings you pain, it brings you tears, it rips off your self-esteem and all of that. Most times we find it very, very difficult to remove these things from our life, especially if you're a person with a sentimental mindset. Now, we have relationships that we hang on to that do not bring us value. It could be a relationship with a friend. It could be a relationship with a spouse. It could be with some kind of workmate and all of that is not bringing value to the table. Now, when people talk about relationships bringing value to you, a lot of people want to, think it's monetary value. there are things that people can bring to you that will be 10 times more than money. Okay, there are friendship that is worth billions of naira, but that is not in a monetary form. So if you are living a life where you have things that do not bring you value, you have a house help at home, no value. You have friends who come to you, they don't bring you value. You have, everyone around you is just doing however. You don't want to be in that kind of situation. For you to open up to better opportunities, you don't want to close yourself up with people who do not bring you value, because there are people out there who can bring you value. And after this, I'm going to go to the next point about opening up yourself socially. That's where I'm going to give you some form of solution to what I'm talking about now. Now, opening up to new opportunities means you want to work with people who share the same dreams and aspirations with you. They may not necessarily share the same dreams and aspirations with you, but they may be in that trajectory where they want to see good happen to them. They want to see some kind of movement in their life. They want to see that they are growing, personal development. They are doing everything in their power to grow as much as they can grow. There is this book I read, I think it's John Maxwell or what, they said that no matter what happens in your life, you must be in a situation where you are moving. You may not be able to run or jump. You may not be in a situation where you are even able to walk. But in all, even if you're not running or you're not jumping, you're not walking, if it means you crawl, you need to crawl. The important thing is that you must not stay in the same position. You need to get moving. Now you want to stay in tune with people who can help you move from one point to the other. They might be able to help you mentally. You have friends who are able to help you mentally. There are people in this world that you are friends with. You find out that your life never remains the same again. They help you begin to think properly. I started this by saying you are a sum total of how you think in your life. You cannot be a negative thinker and begin to see things positively happening to you. Now, sometimes we just want to see beautiful things. We have, a mental picture of what we want to see in our lives. Then we are surrounded by people who do not think even about tomorrow. They are so short-sighted, such that you cannot even discuss an idea with them. They can never see where you are going. Rather, they laugh you out and they think that you are being silly for even thinking you can get to that point where you want to get to. You don't have to be with those kind of people. You might be in a relationship where you're looking out for marriage and every day you're crying. A man does not bring value, doesn't add value to you. Or a woman, every time they are telling you of all the things you cannot do, rather than trying to kind of encourage you to grow with what you have. Okay, they only see the negative things about you. They don't see the positive things about you. They tell you how you are ugly, how you can't do this, how you need to add up makeup, how you need to, do some body enhancements and all of that. Now, you need to know that these are not the kind of relationships you want to be around. These are not the kind of people you want to be around with, because you want to be around people who understand what it means to improve and begin to grow. It's a conscious effort that you have to make to grow yourself. A lot of people in this world might not believe in you. Even those who are very, very close to you, those that you think that should be there for you and believe in you and trust in your capacity to push yourself to where you want to go to, they might not necessarily believe in you. And I want you not to be disappointed in such situation. If you find yourself in such situation, you just need to know that these are not the kind of people you need to be with. If you're in a situation where you cannot completely let them go, you need to understand that you cannot be discussing such things with these people. And so you want to remove everything that does not bring value to you from your table and begin to embrace everything that brings you value, everything that helps you grow, people who give you good counsel, people who appreciate you, people who love you, and people who want to see you really grow. And these are ways of, opening up to better opportunities. So we are going to go right away into the next point. you must get out of your comfort zone, that place that gives you so much comfort, where you look around, you say, this is the best I've got. I hear people say, the devil you know is better than the angel you do not know. There is no devil that is better. Devil is devil, and angel is angel. Now, when you begin to, keep up with those kind of phrases, you're is a disservice to self, because you don't want to move. When we embrace our comfort zone so much that we are not ready to go and test the waters out there to see what awaits us on the other side of the wall, then we stay stagnated for a very long time. A lot of people are just locked up in their villages because they don't know people in township. A lot of people will not even venture to go back to school because they think they are too old, they will be laughed at, they are comfortable to be in that, sorry to say, ignorant situation. A lot of people will not leave relationships that are not good for them because they feel there are no better relationships out there. The reason why it does seem as if there are no better relationships out there for you is because of the way you are thinking. Now, everything in this world starts mentally. Now, as an individual, you want to establish a mental picture of where you want to be in the next couple of years, 10 years, by the grace of God. If I'm alive, I know where I want to see myself. What is your own mental picture? Is your mental picture in the next 10 years staying in that relationship where you are being abused, where you are being disrespected, where you are not valued? Where is that your mental picture? Are you being that disillusional to think that in the next 10 years it's going to improve? Now, when it comes to people who do not understand how to handle other people, you need to understand that they do not improve for the better. Rather, they improve for the worst, okay? So right now, what is that comfort zone that is keeping you tied together? Like the stereotype thing where we just want to do it the way others are doing it, just stay there, not move, guide it, prepare it, and all of that. Comfort zone is one of the major problems we face. And I did a talk the other time. I said the word comfort is very exaggerated because it's never as comfortable as you think it is, because you want to stay in that comfort zone, you're going to stay stagnated. There's something that waits you on the other side of the wall. You need to expand your horizon. You need to begin to study. You need to begin to meet people. You need to be part of cluster group with people who can encourage you to grow and encourage you to live where you are and forge ahead for something that awaits you out there. Now, the fear of losing it completely is the reason why we always embrace our comfort zone and do not want to let go of it. And I am here to let you know that that is the number one reason of stagnation. If you are too scared of letting go of your comfort zone and moving away or taking a step to the other side of the wall to see what awaits you there, then you are embracing stagnation, because you cannot keep doing the same things over and over again and expect to get a different result. So we are going to go to the last point I have here. You need to stay alive socially. What do I mean by staying alive socially? I've seen a lot of beautiful, amazing women, beautiful women who are doing well in the mainstream society, who are basically very well behaved and all of that. They are alone, they are single, they don't know why they are single, and they just cannot understand it. But then again, one thing I want to ask a lot of us is that, how do you do the same thing? Stay inside the house, go to work, come back, not meet people, and not get to talk to new people and expect something different to happen to you. You need to be alive socially. You want to find a way to find, cluster group of people who have the same thought process as you, who believe in, going, through the trajectory that you are picking up right now, who will believe in you, who can believe for you, who can even, believe even more than you. There are places you find yourself with group of young people who will be there to encourage you a great deal, tell you how they have done it, how they think it might work, how they believe in what you are trying to do and pray with you and encourage you irrespective of the circumstances. If you go out there to find group of people to belong to, the other time I gave this talk somewhere, someone was asking me, Madam, like what? A lot of different social groups, are in different areas depending on where you are staying in. If you're in America, you're in the UK, you're in Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, and all of that, they have groups, beautiful groups. I do not like to call groups here, so it doesn't look as though you are trying to promote those groups, okay? And you know that YouTube doesn't like this, okay? So I don't do that. But you have groups that you can belong to that will help you forge ahead smoothly, because you have people who will counsel you, who will help you go through the situation that you are going through and begin to grow gradually. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this podcast. I want to say thank you so much for being around here. I sincerely appreciate you. If you truly like this podcast, give us a thumbs up and, subscribe to the channel, share these videos, and, await our, next video. Thank you.